All right, guys, if you want crazy 808s, here's my secret production method. If you don't know me, I'm Game from BusyWorksBeats.com. We trained over 1 million producers around the world, so we want to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, Lil Baby, K. Dot, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, long list of other folks. Let me get into this technique. So here we have an 808. It's called the Spins 808. Let's open up FabFilter Pro Q3. So my first technique is to make sure the 808 has either 60 hertz or 75 hertz. Those two frequencies specifically because they shake my car. Chances are they're going to shake your car. So here at 60 hertz, we're going to boost that. Now, if the 808 doesn't have that frequency, we need to add it in through saturation most of the time. So let's see if this 808 actually has 60 hertz. Let's turn this off. So it seems to have it. Let's see if we can solo. So it kind of has it. It's like woo, 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 but it's not very strong. Okay, it doesn't have a sustain to it. It's like woo, 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 woo. Okay, in the 808. Let's check 75 hertz and let's see if it has more of this in it. Let's make it a what's called a high Q or a small bandwidth. And I usually boost. I don't cut. This one's like woo, 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 woo. So we need to decide which area do we want to boost. Now, what I usually do is make sure the notes hit around 60 so that we're not getting a woo woo type sound. We're getting the full 808. So the 808's hitting around like 40 hertz, which is 20 hertz below 60. So I could try to change the notes to hit around 60, or I could add what is called upper harmonic content. Let's open up the Spectre plugin so we could add harmonics. So here we're going to target the lower frequencies so that we create upper harmonics. We're going to switch the mode to something like diode, tape, or tube. This is going to create upper harmonics. You guys could also try the rectify mode, but this will square off the sound and create a lot of harmonics. So what we're doing here is not just boosting a frequency, we're adding more frequencies to the mix. We just want to boost carefully here at the lowest frequency so that it creates upper harmonics. It's getting a little geeky, so let's open up FabFilter Pro Q. And then we could turn the mix level to 100 to hear what we're adding to the sound. So what I'll do is I'll switch the view here. Let's go here. So now we can see what we're actually adding. If this thing would move, there we go. Okay, so now we're adding, it says here, it's at 44. So let's see if we move this, will it move that frequency? So here we're at, what is that, 44? So let's go to 60. And now let's see if it will add that information that we need at 60. And now we can see it's added information at 60. So this is what Spectre's doing. It's doing more than just boosting something, it's adding information. Okay, so let's see how far we can push this without it like blowing up my computer. Let's boost. And now we can hear that rattly sound. I'm gonna mute the song for a second so we don't hear all this background. So this is what it's adding. And we could try the different modes here. So diode's gonna create a certain set of harmonics. Let's start off with the warm mode. So this is just going to be like a smooth type of 808. It's kind of basically smooth. So we're adding that 60. Then we could do the tube mode. It's just a little more fabric to the sound. Then we have tape mode. It kind of like falls apart in a way. Nextly, let's try Class B. So again, these are very subtle harmonics. Let's add diode mode. And you can hear that crushed sound. Now that's what I would normally use, but for this it's crushing the sound too much. Let's go digital. Let's see what it sounds like. Very kind of like impact sounding, and then rectify will square it off. Okay, so very distorted sounding. So let's do, the best one was actually the first setting here. Let's just turn this down so we're not gonna like blow anybody's speakers here. do a before and after Spectre. So really we can cut back on the 40 now that we have the 60 hertz. We can start to lower those sub frequencies. And now we can push heavier into 60 hertz. Let's do it before and after. Here's before. Here's after. Now this kick is fighting with the 808, but we don't have time to mix those currently. But the next thing is just adding different levels of saturation. Basically, I slept on the Fruity Wave Shaper. Let's go to Fruity Wave Shaper, click this little cog icon, pull this to a convex curvature. Let's turn oversampling on. Let's do 4 times, and then let's pull the mix level back, pre-amp. Let's turn that up. And basically, we're going to get the bitiness out of the 808. And then we could kind of add a Fruity Soft Clipper after this. Now for this beat, I've already added it on the master, so I'm going to take that off so we're not hearing additional processing. But this is going to add the crunch to the 808. And basically we just turn the mix level. Oh, you know what I need? I need a, we got to turn the levels down here so we're not clipping. Just going to turn this down. Okay, so on the 808, what we're going to do here is run it through a soft clipper, threshold to the right. This creates hard clipping. And then the wave shaper, we're going to mess with the mix level to create more or less saturated sound. Now to add those extra harmonics we need for the sound to really stand out. Let's do before and after. Here's before. All right, now let's turn the plugins on. Here's after. Let me turn the kick off because they're clashing a little bit. All right, let's do it before. So listen to the softness of the 808. Now let's turn the effects on. Now, one thing, let me show you guys, this is a super secret. I saved it to the end. Let's go to the Spins 808. What we could do is go to pre-computed effects. We could crank up the boost. That's just going to turn up the gain, basically going into the wave shaper. But also too, there's a stereo delay. So if you want your 808s to feel more wide, mess with the stereo delay. And now we have that bass on the sides. Let's see how far we can push it without the 808 falling apart. So we can transform the 808. That's why I use the Spins 808, because it's very like good source material, and then we could really crank up the 808. If you guys want to learn more, go to busyworksbeats.com/premium. Subscribe if you're new. It's Game from busyworksbeats.com. Peace out, guys.